All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Ready, 90, wolf. That's it. We got it, ready.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Elway sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Hey, high 7.
To throw is Elway, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Back to the air. Elway after the pick 6. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three. Topper,
out of the gun, Elway. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's what I do. Run. He's tight right here. Hey, echo.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Tight end right. Hey, orbit.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to maneuver. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Duke. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. from the gun. It's Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And taken right on the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That's it, baby.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
Second and 6.
Five.
At their 49-yard line.
Go.
Now they'll run on the draw. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
8, read. Watch the twist. Check 99. 5.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
12-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. Here we go. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey. Now.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Deep grip.
Now back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check. Hey, Delta. Motion.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go now. 30 base. 52 jet bomber. Hey, Hayward. Look at me. Go. Switch.
Off the play fake. Elway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 4-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's put that team on the hook. Yep. Check. Motion out of the backfield.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Elway throw. And that is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Here we go, set, 70, Indy. It's a party now. Now.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll find Hall. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16.
Ready, break. 50 seconds, right. So we got
the 16-yard line.
Now Chubb running right. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Ready.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
218, chopper. 3 down.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of it.
Well, now Elway has it stripped. The ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll take over inside the 40. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Alert. 3 down. 90 is a Mike. Pick it up. 90 is a Mike.
2nd and 14. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 37. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll come out in the pistol. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Go.
You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Ready.
And again, it's Chubb. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
3rd down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Echo.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the pass. 57. Mike 57. Quit talking about it and bring it. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42.
Let's get this.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Get it.
On 1st down, McFarland, not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He stepped on the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
64, weak.
Second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Orbit. Let's go.
On second down, Elway. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back.
Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 4. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Come on, set.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 25-yard line.
From the shotgun, Elway. That'll be caught by Rice. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. The big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Look, squeeze.
Chubb. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Haywood.
Check.
Ready.
They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
10-2 stop. Recon, 132-5, they go.
On first, they'll throw with Elway. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now Elway, eluding the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Rice. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. On 1st down, Elway. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Elway. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Elway to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Second and 9 now. That's out to Chubb, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set. 30 base.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It's now 3rd and less than
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Rock it. Go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Let's go.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
57. Mike, 57. Hey, I'm coming. 57, Mike. Mike, 57.
Get.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to air one out. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he's going to get the football in outstanding field position.
On the ready.
Watch twist.
Protein spill. Bravo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, McFarland. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Pilot, 64, weak.
90 is a Mike. I got you. I got you.
60 dribble.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ready up.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Topper! Hey, high 7.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Hey, lock it. Hit it.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo. Go, Jack. Ready?
They run. Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, orbit.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Everyone got 4 down.
Back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago. Over there means means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and that'll be second down. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Elway to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Let's go, 50, plant. Hey, dude. Snap.
Throwing now is Elway. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Elway. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over.